Well, I understand why it doesn't work for me, because it's crumbly as hell. Well, it's purple, alright. It's so small, I cannot keep it still. Hello and welcome, my little darlings, to another video here on my channel. And today will not be a ordinary makeup video. I have makeup on, I have done my makeup, and I have sad little stoner eyes because I used too much dark under it and too little dark upon it. So if I look sad and tired today, that is why. And today will be an extraordinary video actually, because I have gotten a thing for my special darling, and I haven't got it, I have borrowed it. And it's this little guy right here, which is a electronic microscope. Yes, indeed. And you will probably wonder what I will do with this. I will do as I have seen some other YouTubers have done. If I can find the links to the videos, I will put them down below. But this is not an original idea, but I thought it would be kinda fun actually, because the ones I've done it, they were goddamn boring in my opinion. No offense to them, they are probably great people, but a little bit too slow and too, you know, not the first reaction type of people, if you know what I mean. And that is not my preferred video. I want a more genuine reaction, and I want more, you know, in-depth, you know, emotions flowing through the camera. Yes, indeed. So today's video will be about how does my makeup and makeup tools and my face makeup look under a electronic microscope. And I have watched other videos, skimmed through them to see what I should be doing, of course, and let's just get started, shall we? So, for the first sequence of this video, I will actually be looking on my own skin without makeup on under electronic microscope, and I will use... Now, let's just take on my neck like that, and that was fucking gross from the start. Ooh, what is ew? Why do I have glitter on my neck? Oh, well, that's because the brush is not clean. Ew, why? Why am I looking so close upon myself? What is that black spots right there? That looks fucking disgusting, I'm sorry. Well, it's probably black eyeshadow powder and some highlight and some ordinary powder and my hairs. Let's go closer down. Let's just move down to my chest area. So this is my chest area where I don't have any makeup on. And let's check my tattoo. I have a tattoo right here. I will just check how it looks under the microscope. Ooh. I think the color has faded in the pink parts because it's not pink anymore. Ooh. That yellow actually looks very pleasant indeed. That looks like a good green-yellow gradient. Why can't I do that on my eyes? This electronic microscope zooms in 1,000 times, which is kinda unnerving actually. Let's move over to my face, shall we? Let's just put it right where I have my foundation. Well, that looks disgusting actually. Oh, it's so goddamn cakey. Why is it so goddamn cakey? And there's like grains of salt on my skin. What is that black spot right there? What is it doing there? Let's move further down on my cheek. Ooh. I'm almost in my beard. There I am in my beard, and you can see under here I don't have any makeup on because I don't put makeup on my beard. Ew, that looks gross. Ew. Let's just check my highlight as well. Ooh. That is actually quite pretty indeed. My eyebrows, you can't actually see that I have filled them in this close. You can see I'm kinda dusty in there, but since I just use powders and stuff like that, that is probably why. But they look kinda dirty actually. Well, let's move over to one of my eyes. I will probably go blind after this, but still. Oh, wow. Ew, what is that? Is that a goddamn vagina? Oh, my eyelids are so twitchy, I can't even explain it. How does my forehead look? Why do I have it so much? Can I zoom out a little bit? Because this was kinda... Can I zoom even closer in? Oh my god. This is 1000 zoom. I just lied before. Ew. Ew. Why am I so close and personal? Why do I have black spots? I really hope it doesn't start to move. Let's move away from that. Ooh. Let's check my beard when it's so close and personal. Ew. I think I really should clean my beard. Ew. Oh my god. Ew. Why am I doing this to myself? Now, for the next part of the video, I will actually check my tools. And if you didn't know, I am a horrible person when it comes to my tools. I literally clean them once every 2 months. And I know I'm freaking disgusting. I know, don't tell me I'm disgusting, because I know I'm disgusting. I will start with my concealer brush, which you know I use frequently, and we will put it right up in here. Well, it actually doesn't look like much. Well, there is some gunk in there. Gunk, some dirty stuff. Oh my god, it's so shaky, I can die. I get this feeling in the body that it...
Stand still!
I mean, you can see I should probably clean them, because there are some black parts in here as well. Are those skin mites? Now let's check my very dirty foundation brush. I have just used it. Well, ew, those are some dry ends right there. You know what? I'm actually kind of disappointed, because I was expecting things to move around in here. It's actually quite lovely indeed. I'm so amazed over my own uncleanliness, I can die. Now let's move over to powder brushes, and this is my big fluffy powder brush, which I use for bronzer, foundation powders, ordinary powders, and stuff like that that isn't sparkly. So I hope it's clean, because I use this for everything. I even clean around my studio with it, so I'm that nasty. Ew, that was actually quite disgusting. There were a whole lot more junk in this one. Let's see if we can get a clearer picture. Ooh, those bristles looks actually kind of nice. But there are those black specks again. What are those? Why? What is that? Is it moving? No, it isn't moving. Just me moving the camera. Shit. So it looks clean down here at least. Let's just see if we can get a good gradient going. Oh my god. My arm just twitched like that. Now let's go over to my blending brush, which I blend everything with to get this flawless smooth finish. Those black specks again, what are those? Is that black pigments? I don't know, but there is a lot of shit in this, like highlighter and powders and disgusting stuff. But it actually looks kinda pretty if you don't think about what it is hiding in this. Now let's move into this highlighting brush. Ooh, it's like a rainbow in there with some gunk and all my different highlighters in this brush. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, la 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 la. Now I have checked those brushes I use the most. Now let's move over to my eyeshadow brushes, shall we? And this eyeshadow brush is freshly used today, so let's just check how that looks up close. Here we are. Oh my god, it's so shaky, I can die. I am such a shaky person. It's not even funny anymore. I just... Well, it's purple, alright. It's so small, I cannot keep it still. But I'm pretty sure every eyeshadow brush I have looks like that up close. Now we will actually compare a clean beauty blender with a beauty blender which have not been cleaned for like 3 weeks. And let's just check if there are any fun stuff hiding in here. These I can hold still because these are big as shit. It's like a little butt plug. Like that. Ew. It looks like some kind of sea creature, you know, like a coral or something like that. Up here it's very much foundation and concealer, and here it goes down to more pinkly pink. There is one of those black shit again. What are those? Oh, there is a tear right there. Let's just see if the tear is telling us something good. No, it doesn't. It just looks spongy as shit. And we saw how dirty that was, so let's just check this clean one. It's cleaned today. Ooh, yes indeed. Wow, it's so clean I can die. And there are no black spots. Yes, there are black spots in this. What are those black spots? There are still some foundation left, but the structure on this one is actually completely different from this one. Ew! No! This looks more dense and like more packed. This one is more like loosey-goosey, if you know what I mean. Let's just check another that I use to set powders and stuff like that with. Ew, my god, this is too dense and too dark for me. Ew, why? Oh, no wonder this doesn't blend. This goddamn Sheila beauty blender is pure shit, actually. Ah, here we go. Oh, clean. No, it's not clean. Ew, here it's clean. Ooh, this actually looks kind like it's harder in the structure, not soft at all. Now let's move over to the makeup. Yes, indeed. Now I'm not sure how I should do this because I have foundation and stuff like that, but I believe I can start with my powders and we can check how they look inside. Now let's start with my most used highlighter. Let's see how that looks up close. Ooh, there wasn't much fun in that one, but it looked very solid and very pretty actually. Now let's move over to my Revolution makeup palette and let's see why this doesn't work for me. The thing I'm noticing with that one is it's more glitter in that one that is in the other, and you cannot tell from just looking at it. That is actually quite strange. Let's check the yellow one as well. That actually doesn't look quite as glittery, but there are some kind of overspray to it. Can you see that? Which is so hard I cannot get through it. No wonder they are shitty as shit because that goddamn overspray. Now let's check my W7 highlighter and see if that looks any different. That looks like the first one actually. Very like, you know, very smooth, very dense, not glittery at all. Let's compare the real ones to this fake China highlighter and see if there are any difference in the composition up close, because I should believe that this one is as oversprayed and kind of crumbly like the Shape Makeup Revolution one. No, it does not look like the Shape one at all. But they are like hard rocks of methamphetamine in it. What is that? So we'll actually check this palette up close and personal. Those actually looks kinda shimmery. Why do they look shimmery? It's not shimmery in the pan. Also there are some black things in. What are those? No, come back. Where are you? There. What are that? Are those like mites you have on the skin, or what is that? Let's check this crumbly Midnight Flight eyeshadow, which I can never get to work. Well, it looked very crumbly indeed. You have to forgive me if the screen turns black sometimes down here, but it's when I just move the shadow away from the camera. But that actually looks very crumbly indeed. I mean, it's not... I would have expected that the China ones would have looked like that, but not the real deal. Please don't lag. Is it lagging for you also, my darlings? I don't know. Well, I understand why it doesn't work for me, because it's crumbly as hell. Now let's check this completely white one and see how that looks like up close. It looks almost translucent, no wonder it doesn't show up. I will also check my very big palette right here and I will see how that one looks up close. Now let's just take a shade right here. Ooh, pretty boy. Oh my god, so much fallout out. Oh, there is the pressing. There you can see how they have pressed it. And I have actually used that shadow quite much as well, and you can still see it. These shadows looks actually very decently pressed. I am impressed actually. And nothing is moving around in here, which I'm very glad about as well. But they are looking very dirty actually. And there are black spots in the makeup, which I cannot identify what they are. Let's check this translucent powder if we can. I don't know if I should be doing this. Sorry, my little darling, if I break your stuff. Well, it's very finely milled actually. It's like flour. Well, if I apply this on my skin and then move over it, can we see if it makes a difference then? Ah! You can see the line right there where I have applied the powder. Now I understand why I should bake with this, because it actually fills in my pores perfectly, and now I know why. And I will actually check this light reflecting concealer and see how that one looks under so close range, and let's just see how it looks, because I want to know why it's light reflecting. Well, there are some kind of light reflecting agent in this one because it brightens the skin, but I cannot tell what that should be. But it actually looked very nice under the camera. Let's just put a little bit of foundation also while we are at it. Well, up close I cannot tell the difference between the concealer and the foundation. Let's just pat that out with a beauty blender on my hand and see why it looks so flawless when you have a beauty blender instead of a brush. It looks flawless up close as well. It have like dried up the product in the cracks and like flatten it out so it gets an even point on the skin. Now I will just check up close and see how it looks when I use a brush instead, and I will use the same amount as I did on my other hand. Okay, so I can see now that the hand with the brush is actually more wet looking than the one with the beauty blender, and the edges are more smooth. This one is more harsh. Not that you could see that on camera, but still. We'll just test to set it with powder and see how it looks when it does bake, because that is can be a fun experience. Now it's baking under here, and as we can see it sets down in the wet stuff and it kinda fills up the cracks. Aren't you agreeing? I don't know what I should say. Let's just brush that away. It's very premature, but you don't have to bake for like 10 minutes if you don't want to. When we have brushed it away, it looks actually smoother than it did when I just blended it with the brush. I understand why I should set my concealer with foundation. No, with the powder actually. It's actually very, very pretty. Ooh. The last thing we will check is this brush color switcher I have made for myself, and this will be disgusting, and it is disgusting as well. But now I understand why it works. Those hard like bristles that are like little hula hoops grabs the pigments when I swirl it around like this, and they fall off into the bottom. Let's do one little more test before I go, my darlings. You can see how it picked up the pigments. Ooh. It does quite a good job actually of bringing the pigments off the brush. I am impressed. Well, my little darlings, that was all for this video, and I am actually quite impressed with how it all looks under the little electronic microscope. But I actually thought it was quite a fun experience to check on stuff with this, and I hope I have been a little bit entertaining at least, and you have gotten your curiosity satisfied actually, because I actually expected it to be quite a bit more nasty than it actually is. I expected it to be little critters crawling around like growing mold in this one, or maybe that's the black specks, black mold. No, let's not dwell on that. That would be horrendous, but still. I will clean my brushes quickly as shit. And I hope you enjoyed the video, of course. Please don't forget to press that subscribe, like, and notification icon so you don't miss anything. And so you also can become a part of the DarlingSquad and the Digazmo family as well. And never forget, be who you are, since nobody else can. And don't forget to clean your makeup brushes. Bye!